Horror Stories of the Whispering Rails. The Whispering Rails is a name that sends shivers down the spine of those who have heard the tales. It's an old, abandoned railway track that once connected distant towns, but now lies forgotten, buried beneath the encroaching wilderness. Few venture near it, and those who do come back with stories that are too terrifying to be dismissed as mere imagination. One of the most chilling stories comes from a group of friends who decided to explore the area on a dare. It was a moonless night, and the only light came from their flickering flashlights. As they walked along the rusted tracks, they heard a faint whispering sound, like the wind blowing through the trees. But the wind was still, and the sound seemed to be coming from the rails themselves. At first, they laughed it off, thinking it was just their imagination playing tricks on them. But the whispers grew louder, and they could almost make out words, though they couldn't understand what was being said. The friends felt a cold, clammy hand on their shoulders, but when they turned around, there was no one there. Panic set in, and they ran back to their car, not daring to look back. When they finally reached safety, they realized that their flashlights had stopped working and the batteries were dead, even though they had been brand new just a few hours earlier. Another horrifying tale involves a young couple who decided to take a romantic stroll along the Whispering Rails. They had heard the legends but dismissed them as old wives' tales. As they walked, they noticed that the shadows seemed to move on their own and the air grew colder. Suddenly, they saw a figure standing on the tracks ahead of them. It was a woman in a tattered dress, her face pale and her eyes hollow. She seemed to be beckoning them forward, but when they tried to call out to her, she vanished into thin air. They turned to run, but the woman reappeared behind them, her mouth twisted into a grotesque smile. They stumbled and fell, and as they lay there,